Good morning, Saki! Good morning, Saki!
Good morning, everyone!
When Saki Swindell arrives, the entire classroom lights up instantaneously. One by one, people start gathering around Saki.
Look at her. Popular as usual.
Yeah, she's got a pretty face, but so what? My name is Asato. I'm a freshman in high school. Saki Swindell was a legend. She has been asked out by every single boy in my class and is also popular among the girls. Even the guys that she turned down haven't given up on her, and continue to approach her every day.
Jeez, you're so uninterested, aren't you? You're the only guy in this class who hasn't asked her out yet, you know that, right?
Not interested. Saki was beautiful, smart, and classy. Pretty much perfect. On the other hand, I had a gut feeling that it was all a facade after meticulous calculation on her side. Whatever. Don't you have to go kiss up to Saki today? What are you getting out of hanging out with an introvert like me anyways?
Well, even if I go now, I'll just be one of many. If I wait here with you, she'll come to us.
Saki's seat was next to mine, so naturally, she eventually came near me. You're pretty cunning yourself, you know that?
Aw, come on, man. I admit that I first approached you with a different motive, but after talking to you, I enjoy your company now.
No one enjoys my company, you weirdo.
Hey, look who's talking.
Narukawa is my only friend. Narukawa was one of the guys that got rejected by Saki, and he hasn't given up yet either. He started talking to me because I sat next to her. Part of his calculation was that since I was so unthreatening towards her, he could make a good impression by befriending me.
Asato! Narukawa! Good morning, you two.
Morning.
Good morning, Saki. You're looking good as usual.
You seem a bit unenergetic, Asato. Are you not feeling well?
This is how I always am.
Yeah, Saki. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Please let me know if you're not feeling well. I'll help you to the nurse's office.
Saki was good at noticing small things. That was one of the many reasons that guys were always all over her.
Hey, Saki. Want to hang out with us after school?
Why did you include me?
Is Asato coming? I'd like to join you if he is.
Really? Come on, Asato!
When did I ever say that I would go?
I don't get to talk to you very much, Asato. I'd like to get to know you better.
I'm not interested in getting to know you. If you guys want to hang out, do it without me.
Well, if Asato isn't coming, maybe I'll join you two some other time.
Aw, come on, Asato! Look! Saki's down! This is a chance of a lifetime!
Stop trying to use me to get closer to Saki. I gave Narukawa the cold shoulder. She says she'll go if I come. She made it sound like she wants to hang out with me. So that's how she fools all these guys. She makes them feel special. I wonder how many guys fell for that. It wasn't the first time that Saki had said or done things to lead people on. That's how so many guys got the wrong idea and asked her out, just to get rejected. It was probably all part of her evil plan. The next day...
Asato, would you please try these out?
What's this? Narukawa was harassing me again when Saki came over and handed me a hand-wrapped package.
I baked some cookies. I've been getting into baking recently. I made these for you, for being such a good friend.
We're not good friends.
I have some for everyone else as well, of course. All of you are important classmates to me.
Narukawa was staring at the cookies with an envious look on his face, and Saki handed him some cookies too.
Seriously? Thank you so much, Saki! Come on, Asato, she made these for us! Let's try them out!
Narukawa insisted, so I tried the cookies out. The way I saw it, she probably knew that I wouldn't accept them if it was just me, so she made some for Narukawa as well.
How is it?
It's so good! I've never had cookies that tasted so good in my life!
They're okay, I guess.
Hey, don't be like that! Saki handmade these cookies. That gives these cookies special value.
No, he's right. I just used normal ingredients from the store, so they're nothing exceptional. You're quite honest, aren't you, Asato?
Yeah, what's the point of lying?
Alright, I'll go hand the rest out too, I guess.
She looked kind of disappointed as she handed the rest of her cookies out. Everyone seemed overjoyed.
Asato, do you hate Saki or something? She made those cookies just for you, you know.
Not really. She made them for everyone.
Well, she came and gave them to you first, and asked for your opinion, right? Of course it was for you!
Yeah, you're probably right. But she had to involve everyone else too. That's all part of her plan.
Her plan? What do you even think of her?
A cunning girl who has all the guys on the palm of her hand. I mean, look at everyone.
Well, I'm one of them too, so I can't really argue about that. But I don't think she's calculating anything. I think that's how she really is.
Don't be too sure about that. I mean, even her name. Her last name sounds like Swindler, and her first name, Saki, sounds like Succubus.
Are you serious? What kind of twisted imagination do you have?
I don't trust how she lures all the guys in indiscriminately.
That's so rude, man. Don't ever say that to her face, okay?
Narukawa seemed shocked about my evaluation. Saki continued to approach me after that. Narukawa was always with me, so we'd all talk together. Jeez, this guy is just using me too. The only reason why he was always with me was because he noticed that Saki was locked onto me recently. And if Narukawa was there, I'd take part in the conversation. So she used him like that. Their interests were aligned. Saki must have gotten tired of waiting. One day, she took action. She told me that she wanted to talk with me alone after school. Up until now, Saki had been keeping her distance from the boys that asked her out in the past. I don't know if that was her way of trying to avoid misunderstandings, but whatever. Well, this is unexpected. I thought she was the type to wait patiently for the guy to take action and feel good about herself, but I would have never asked her out, no matter how long she waited. I waited at the meeting spot, and she showed up.
I'm sorry for suddenly asking you to meet me. Thank you for showing up.
Don't worry about it. Make it quick, though. I tried to brush her off, but Saki didn't seem to mind. She hesitated for a bit, and blushed as she looked up at me.
I like you, Asato. Will you be my boyfriend?
Everything about it was so generic. I just gave her a cold stare. Ha! Did you think that I would fall for you that easily? Think again.
Huh?
How many times have you pulled this trick on other guys? All of the other guys were fooled by your tricks, but they don't work on me. Was it that painful?
What are you talking about?
I'm sure that you wanted me to ask you out so you could say that you've been asked out by everyone in the class. But you realized that I would never do it, so you decided to ask me out yourself, right? That way, if I said yes, at least you could still say that you've gotten every boy in the class to fall in love with you.
Asato, I think you're misunderstanding. I've liked you for a very long time. I only said no to the others because I liked you.
Well, it seems to me like you were pretty friendly with everyone. I mean, so friendly that they all fell in love with you.
I feel bad that I made them feel that way, but I was simply trying to just get along with everyone. I didn't think it would turn out like this.
You sure about that? I think it was all calculated.
I regret trying to be friends with everyone in class. I didn't do a good job at keeping a good distance.
I don't care either way. I don't trust you. And I could never go out with someone I don't trust.
Why don't you trust me? I would understand you rejecting me if you disliked me, but that reason for not trusting me, I can't swallow that. It's all a misunderstanding. If you won't go out with me because you can't trust me because of a misunderstanding, I'll just have to stick around until you understand.
You're sounding desperate. Is it really that important for you to have every guy in the school like you?
Like I said, that's a misunderstanding. I'm very sad that you thought about me like that.
You're disappointed in me now? Okay then. You can hate me.
No. I know that you're actually a very kind person deep down. I'm not going to give up on you.
Fine. Do as you wish. We were talking in circles. I didn't trust Saki, so there was no other way about it. I started walking home, but Saki followed me. What are you doing?
You said to do as I wish, so that's what I'm doing.
We didn't talk much as we kept walking. What could be so fun about just walking next to me? I didn't understand at all. I was wondering what she was thinking. As we waited at the light, I glanced over at her. We hadn't spoken a word to each other, but she seemed happy. Was she just enjoying walking by my side? The light turned green and we started walking, when suddenly, Saki pulled my hand.
Watch out!
I immediately understood what she meant. A car ran the red light and almost ran us over. If Saki hadn't pulled me out of the way in the nick of time, we both could have been seriously injured. You okay, Saki?
Yes, I'm fine. What about you, Asato? Are you hurt anywhere?
I'm fine, thanks to you.
No need to thank me. Anyone would have done the same. Ow!
When she tried to stand, her face looked like she was in pain. It seems like she hurt her leg. Are you hurt?
Yes. It seems like I've sprained my ankle.
I'm sorry. It's because you saved me.
This wasn't your fault. It was an accident.
Saki threw herself in front of that truck to save me, but I've been treating her like crap. I'm such a jerk. Saki, please, let me help you. I'll carry you on my back to your house.
What? No, I couldn't ask you to do that.
Please, let me do this. It seemed like Saki was embarrassed more than anything, but I decided to ignore it and carry her anyways. She ended up trusting me with her body and held on tightly. Okay, tell me which way. Unexpected circumstances led me to Saki's house. I borrowed a first aid kit from her and treated her ankle properly. It was a little bit swollen, but I was glad that she wasn't hurt badly.
Asato, you're so good at this. Have you done this before?
Yeah, I've been doing this ever since I was a little kid. Back in elementary, I used to be part of the health committee at school.
If you're so good, why didn't you volunteer in high school too?
Well, I got kind of fed up with it after middle school. I decided to keep this skill a secret.
It's nothing to hide though. You should be proud of it.
Well, it's complicated.
But I finally got a chance to spend some time with you today. I'm lucky that I got hurt.
There's no such thing as a lucky injury. Being healthy and intact is priceless.
I need your help, Asato. My leg hurts, and I can't change. Will you help me?
Are you sure you need help getting dressed?
Positive. I'm just going to take this off first.
Hey now, stop undressing! I thought she was just joking at first, so I kind of panicked when she started taking off her clothes.
Oh, I didn't know you ever panicked, Asato.
Are you just messing with me?
No, not really. My leg hurts, so I can't stand up. Help me take off my skirt.
You can probably stand on one leg to take off your shirt.
Okay, let me try.
Whoa there! She stood on one leg and really put her hands around her hips, so I grabbed her arm and stopped her.
Gotcha!
Huh? Saki moved my hands out of the way and hugged me. I'd never been so close to a girl before. I just froze in place. Hey, I can't breathe.
Tell me if you don't want to do this. Okay, Asato?
Why are you doing this, Saki?
Because I like you, Asato. Why don't we just make a baby together right now?
Slow down, slow down! You're talking nonsense! We aren't even a couple yet!
I've been working so hard for all these years for this exact moment. I ran away from all my training once, but I started training to be a good wife again, all for you. When I saw you again in high school, I knew that it was destiny.
Hold on. You're jumping around too much. I have no idea what's going on. Just calm down so we can talk. Saki slowly got off of me and sat down and started telling me about her past.
Ever since I was a small child, my strict parents made me take all kinds of lessons. They always told me that in order to ensure my future, I was to marry someone with status. And in order to do so, I had to work on becoming an attractive woman.
It's true that Saki was pretty much perfect. The only problem was that it caused many guys to misunderstand the situation. But none of it was calculated. She was just nice to everyone because that was who she was.
But there was a time that I rebelled against my parents and ran away from home back in middle school. I was sitting in the park at night, alone and scared, when a boy came up and talked to me. He told me that I shouldn't fake myself, and that I would be much happier if I married someone that saw me for who I really was.
Wait.
Yeah, that boy was you, Asato.
I remembered that night. I was pretty sick of superficial people back in middle school, too. And when I saw a girl in a similar situation, I gave her that advice. But that girl had short hair, so I didn't notice that it was Saki at all.
Back then, I cut my hair by myself as an act of defiance against my parents. After you talked to me, I thought long and hard about what it meant to be happy. And I came to the conclusion that you were the type of guy that would accept me for who I was. It felt like destiny that I met you that night.
That's all?
Falling in love is that simple, don't you think? My parents were forcing me to take lessons to marry a man with status until then. But from that day on, in my mind, it was all so I could become someone good enough for you.
Are your parents fine with that? I have no status, and I'm just an introvert.
My parents don't know that my heart belongs to someone already. They were happy thinking I was obedient again.
Well, I can tell that you've had a hard life, Saki. But I thought that you were just a scam artist or something. I'm so sorry about that.
It's fine. That just means that I've become the type of person who can be liked by many. Asato, I like you. That's the truth. Do you still not trust me, Asato?
After hearing all of that, I believe you. I can trust you now, Saki. You like me for who I am, right, Saki?
Yes. You are the reason that I can try so hard every day, Asato. I'd be perfectly happy with you getting a normal job and living a normal life.
You're thinking that far in the future, eh? I'm impressed. But don't worry. I promise to make you happy.
Does that mean you'll be my boyfriend?
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever meet anyone as wonderful as you, Saki.
Thank you! I love you so much!
Saki kissed me gently. Oh, and about your parents, by the way. I'm sure they'll be okay.
Why?
Well, my dad owns a hospital. I plan to be a doctor someday, too. So I'm sure that's enough status to satisfy your parents, don't you think?
Wow, Asato! I didn't know you came from such a good family.
Yeah, there were just a bunch of people who tried pretending to be my friend because of when I was younger. It was so depressing, so I just started acting like an introvert. I was hoping that one day, someone would see me for who I was inside. I have nothing to hide anymore. I'm done with this facade. Now it's my turn to become the type of man that Saki can be proud of.